still trying to get control of this chaos in here. So hop on, hang out a bit. It's very windy outside, so figuring let's get another break in. The seeds are still, you know, sprouting. And how do you say, like, snap of water did really well with the, like a sprayer. So I don't have to water anything today. And I'm still trying to learn this song. It's strong enough to attach the strap that Walter passed on over to me. I really, really want to learn this song. It's one of my favorite songs. It's L'amour est bleu by Vicky Leandros. And I don't speak French. I'm not the best at guitar by any means. And I can't sing. So, yeah. What am I talking about? I'm nearsighted as heck. It's just like put it there and it just turned into a blur. Oh, that's a nifty piece. It's not this garage. It's got some moldy. Oops. Trusty travel compartment. That's better. Oops. I'll try to have it, I'm very, very, yeah. I have stage fright by myself in a room, so, okay, that was nice and fun. I had a lot of good times in this brief moment. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. I'm having a week, but haven't really been getting much done craft-wise, which is driving me to misery. So, really got to get some control over this. So, trying to figure out in the next few weeks what projects I'll be working on. And instead of making a list that I'm just going to lose anyway, I'm just going to doodle quickly. Oh, I forgot. This is my little book of designs. They're supposed to be designs for some reason. Some masks. For some reason I'm just so nervous today. Like I could feel my let's see. Okay. See, it's this way, just like, you know, all the words. And, getting actively getting sidetracked. Anyway, yes. I don't even remember that. I think it was supposed to be the United Nations, and it's going to be every nation's flag. Never finished. Some tired heads, I suppose, but anyway. Let me get comfortable. I am off to an odd start today, to say the least. And, just can't seem to focus much. I say that every stream. But I have a big pile of clothes. This is why I'm kind of in a clutter. Pushed off one too many like projects that I do. Just throughout the week, I have a huge bag of clothes that need to be embroidered and reverse tie-dyed, and don't really have the space to work on it. So hence today. Oh my god. Welcome. This skirt is I don't know. Okay. So somewhere I have a pile of papers. Just incessant papers. Sometimes I don't feel like bringing a notebook, so I'll bring one single piece of paper and fold it, and that's, in my mind, 8 pieces of paper. I can't elaborate too much on got a bunch of fragments. And these are brilliant for watercolor, for paint. This is, I'm guessing a whelk. A really nice ridge on it. But these are just shards of shells. Really good for watercolor. Really good for little side dishes. Have a scooper here. And it's good fun. There's actually a store in Lake Worth that sells all kinds of bowls and utensils made out of shells, and it's actually quite good stop in Lake Worth. It's called Bali Imports, and they've been there for years, and I think they're still there. Alright. Sometimes it's a chore and not a fun experience organizing craft supplies. Because I have this, and there's so much you could do with something like this. It had a statue on the inside, but I think a whole scene, and maybe a piece of plastic in the back, so like it could refract some light. The possibilities are really endless. And it has a stand, so I have things like this that are like remnants from statues. Let me put this one here. Remnants from statues, and they're excellent with some rhinestone. Gonna make a section that's just to alter fabric in one way or another. So any like bulk beads or rhinestones. This is yarn. This I'm not sure what it's ceramic. I'm not so afraid of breaking it. But trying to get this packed for a travel crafts creation station. This was a light up brassiere that obviously didn't fit me, but it was ripped in the back. But it was an excellent source of all kinds of things, even electronics. frazzled, but really nice little thing. And it's beautiful colors, so I don't even have to paint it. That'll be fun to, getting that resin stuff picked up. Finally, I think I'm going to try to move the desk to this side and just flip it, because this was kind of like a storage room, and then I just started slowly turning it into a workplace. Alright. Should I just dump this out? Oh, yeah. This really old picture. Maurice Jensen. Oh, inspired by. No. Maurice Jensen Studios. Something by Maurice Jensen Studios with the text that's in this one. They really finally together. Yeah. Now I have two pairs of scissors with handmade implements on them. This one has just somebody braided a cord for their scissors, probably tie onto the pencil or anywhere. And this someone made a, scissors that fold out, and someone made a needlepoint case or sheath. I actually got this in middle school when I was an actual child at a yard sale. And this I just found in their bags, which I'm not sure if they come like that or if they altered it themselves. It looks like it's on purpose, because one side is just ever so thinner than the other side. And then all seamstress scissors, and they're storks or cranes. Sweet. A few of these boxes, I just keep the old little bits. But the more you add to it, the more it feels like a treasure box. And like junk drawers. That is probably one of my favorite things on eBay is junk drawers. Junk drawers and boxes of broken jewelry, because it doesn't just come with broken jewelry, it comes with all kinds of stuff. And especially if you like making stuff out of found objects, that is such a surefire route to really interesting materials. Okay. Yes. Most of these books, no, not this one. Really affordable. It's a kind of like a sketchbook. Every page has stuff on it that you could add to. I haven't added anything to it. She makes tarot decks or oracle decks. She does one on the archetype set. Seemed like a really valuable tool for study. And these two are actually from Dollar Tree, back when Dollar Tree was Dollar Tree. Some stuff there obviously was like, I don't even know why it exists, but their books were a hidden gem. In my opinion, I always found the best craft books. I found a book on Screaming Jay Hawkins, and always looked up. You had to dig, because it was like a lot of just random novels. want to make a sign. Okay, I'm just going to dump it in. Oh, I made this pom-pom a while ago when pom-pom crafts were wreaking havoc on Pinterest. So one too many, I couldn't help but give it a go. That's a cool, that's a cool album. I made a kiwi too. Not sure if they still got it. Trying to gather all the embroidery stuff, so I'll be doing that today because it's one of those things I keep putting off, and really wouldn't mind some new clothes. Upcycling is something that I wish was like common practice. It becomes more and more popular, 100%, which is quite honestly righteous. Like, because they just don't make clothes the way they used to, and I know I say that a lot, 'cause it's true. I find men's clothing to be pretty sturdy still, but I was reading through comments like talking about how men could wear the same thing every day and be fine, and women just would lose their mind. Well, to be fair, to be absolute, like, I get it, but also there's something that I feel like not a lot of people think about. The quality of women's clothing, unless it's like very expensive, kind of like an actual investment at that point, it, like, for instance, Levi's. You could get a pair of jeans from Levi's, like women's jeans, but then if you want that same pair, the next time they roll them out, it's going to be a totally different cut and like fit differently, loaded with elastic that stretches out after a while, but you know, they make them way more comfortable. So, but it's not, you can't count on finding the same thing to wear to begin with. I mean, I can't hardly count on quality. I don't even look at brands. I rarely looked at brands to begin with, but now I just look at the fabrics, because there are so many fabrics out there that just feel horrible to wear, and sometimes when I think or see posts about, I forget what they call it, but sensation, they just can't stand like the feeling of clothes in their skin. It's like all clothes or certain clothes, and if it's certain clothes, look at the fabric and just stay away from the fabric. It's probably one of these god-awful fabrics that they're putting in everything. It's essentially plastic, and you wash it once, it doesn't look the same. And like, this thing is not falling apart for like 15 years now. And I much prefer to wear this, because, you know, I know it's fallen apart. It's already fallen apart. And, it's one of my favorite shirts. It's everywhere every day. Had a pocket. I still have a pocket. Where's the pocket? But that's what time and sun does. Time, sun. It looks so Gucci. It looks like, yeah. It looks like $1,200. Just kidding, but yeah, I should, I mean, it's by time, so that is pretty dang Gucci, if you ask me. By time itself. Yes. Okay. Times are done. I also love finding people's crafts that they don't finish. These must have been put together in the 70s. And they're just petals. Who knows if they're making flowers or adding them as like a trim? I'm not sure, but petals. So I know eventually when I get around to it, I'm going to turn them into flowers, as many as I can. And then just put them on a headband or something like that. Like, this is just a flower that fell off of a 1960s dress, and I tell you what, I stab a bobby pin through those, and they just look, I'll pop a color. Never really sewn anything on it or tried to reattach it. I've worn it so many times. It's just a spiral of fabric. I cut off the dress. All this. These baskets kind of, oh, you can't see it. The baskets kind of serve as temporary spots for scraps because especially if you, especially it could be for keychain, little stuffed animal, but really for stuffing, so you don't have to get the. I have some of this for stuffed animals that I don't know if I can get my cup. It's just I don't know. I'm in a weird just like awkward feeling all this time. I find this. It is got a little stain on it, but it's still very charming. Little strawberry needle book. Still some needles in it. But what an excellent craftsman they do. For some scrap fabric. I also see this kind of when I found it, I thought it was going to be one of those like reliquaries, if you will, like a mini altar. I used to find them a lot, especially in like birth at yard sales. There would be a little embroidered like altar, and it'll have charms and relics and not relics, medals, a little Christian. It was really beautiful, and definitely one of my favorite things to do. I just feel weird today. Feeling extra human today, and I don't like it. Straighten us out. But I don't know how to use it. I want to get good at spinning things because, you know, if you're in a walking down a dark back alley, there, in my mind, are wrought iron and galvanized pipes everywhere. And you can use those for self-defense if you're skilled in baton. Or, bow staff. And I found a few bow staffs online because, to be honest, I feel like I will slam my face with it. Well, I mean, I have multiple times. I'll slam my face with the bow staff less. And I can't do anything on camera. I think it's too self-aware. I feel my whole being. And bow staff is longer, and I know I won't attempt it indoors. And they're like only $30, and it's like your choice of wood. To be totally honest, I tried using an old flag post, I believe it was, but it's just too light to try to learn how to operate it or use it as an extension of your own arm. So, it's got such a beautiful flow to it. I love watching bow staff and any form of. I have not found a place for this. It's very efficient, but this sucks anyway. But I've only found one thing thus far. haven't really brought it out. I really want to try to get, my grandpa's bait bucket is in the canal somewhere, and, I don't know the material exactly what it was made out of. It was mesh bait bucket, bait basket, and I'm hoping that it's magnetic and therefore retrievable with that, and it's pretty nice. They live right by the seawall, so I feel like if it were to rust, it would have rusted in their garage. So I feel like it's probably pretty fine down there. But who knows? Because time has been flying unnaturally for me, and it's been going by really fast, and just it feels more and more like sand every day, like dry sand, like sugar sand, like the sand you can't hold. And obviously you can't, because it's fine. I still think we have moved too far in space because we're flying. We're flying through the void, and I don't know. It's just every second just disappears like that. It's wild. I plan on mastering the skills of knitting one day, but I don't know. I didn't start something. Didn't get very far on it. For some reason, crochet, I could follow pattern. I can, if I learn a new stitch, I remember it for, at least a few years without practicing. But, knitting, I just, for some reason, I can never figure it out. Oh, I'm so stoked. I really, really enjoy making the resin pieces because it's like, I use tweezers and I place every tiny little thing. It's just like, Surgery, that game that buzzes, but, instead of buzzing, like, things just ship. That's really satisfying. But toxic as all. And you can see the fumes. You can see the fumes when it's curing. It's intense. So that's why I want to reverse the entire room. So it's gonna get really brutal to a few days. But I'll be next to a window with it, and I can open the window and therefore have air truly circulating, because sometimes I don't put much thought into, like, I'll just give you a quick example. I ended up hospitalizing myself because I got really into reverse tie-dye with bleach, and one day it was raining, so I was just like, I'll just reverse dye in the bathroom. Turns out there wasn't much ventilation, and I was just so entrenched in the moment that I did not think about that. And I just noticed I wasn't breathing right, so I went, and they're like, yeah, you have like scar tissue in your lungs. What were you doing the last few days? Tie-dyeing with bleach in a closed bathroom? Well, it wasn't closed, there was just not enough. Yeah, I went from stupidity, quite frankly, because I can't explain that one. To get things away, there's no reason to have 3. Oh, I don't know if this is copyright music. It plays Somewhere Over the Rainbow, but I don't need 3 freaking kaleidoscopes. As soon as I put that in there, I just realized that one was cool. because it mirrors the. What happens if I zoom ever so slightly? Not too minor, but it's from, gosh, it has to be 70s. It's truly vintage, and it's just super vibrant. Really, really beautiful. Oops. I don't know if this is like. It's for a beer can. I have an empty can here to demonstrate. Alright. Let's give it a Christmas popper. I've never really heard of Christmas poppers until relatively recently, and it's all kinds of little prizes. It's a jar full of like Fun Depot, Christmas popper prizes. This is a puzzle, and I found it on an abandoned houseboat. It's not from something. What do you call a box of ducks? A box of quackers. And this is another project that I don't think I'm going to get to. My plan was to recreate a wing, even if it doesn't look like it matches. But it's a Garuda. It's I got from my first apartment. All imports, so that's a good example of the righteous art that they sell and carry, as well as shovels. Shovels, if that's your thing. It's one of the only places I personally know that sells abalone, or not, mother of pearl spoons. And buddy in Palm Beach County needs a mother of pearl spoon. They're like a buck. It's the greatest place on earth for shell spoons. I think I lost the other one of this. I always wondered if you could use two different sets, or I'm sure you could, but what that effects would create using one small needle and one larger one. Crochet, or, yeah, crochet. I know, knitting. Hey. There's another thing that doesn't need to be in my desk. My accidental collection of fairy wands was given this by a neighbor, and then somehow ended up with this one. I forgot. Oh, yard sale. And then I found this one at the beach. And it does satisfy me greatly that they're all varying sizes and colors. And I'll probably have them forever, unfortunately. I love them though. There's a huge amount of joy that these bring me for some reason. typewriter pages. I used to go to the Lightworth library when I was younger and used their typewriter. And I would write so much. I would talk so much shit to myself on the. Oh, I found it! So, when Amazon started selling just about everything, they were just selling blow-up dolls. And okay, that's neither here nor there, but the product description was freaking hilarious. So, should I just start with number 1? As long as you want, whenever I want, whether morning or midnight. Inflatable doll is labor model. Let you how tossing can. 3 blow-ups won't come to you to lose your temper. Even you had apology. Blow-ups won't ask you. Tossing so long while came in. Blow-ups won't say. Forbid to. Oh. Number 5. I'll just leave. Finished not need. Send blow-ups home. Or please. She eats. Blow up not next call complain. I'm a simple person. This this tickled me greatly. Blow-ups won't say I kill stealing. I'm very simple. I printed it out for Christ's sake on my grandpa's computer, who is long since passed at this point. But lifelike design. Men and women are different, often cause physiological female orgasm at different times. As the man, after sex prelude or sex of auxiliary appliance, is boundless. Sexual life achieve harmonious, perfect as synchronous. It's poetry. It really is. I don't know why I keep showing it like that. This is helpful. When I was in middle school, I thought I was quite the poet. Well, I didn't think I was a poet. I just thought I don't know. Okay, so this is something out of just stuff that came out on a typewriter in the Lightworth library, probably, I want to say 8th grade, 9th grade, no, it would have to be, and tend to deal and love to not say. Plastic, wood, steel, bodies, oceans, planes. Goddamn, son, I do love you, and everything in between. Like little Chinese boxes sold for what the fuck? Oh, that doesn't even say Chinese. Oh my god. It's the blow-up rolls, sorry. Like, anyway, I'm not sure what color to wear today. A wish for a few new feelings, worthwhile, broken in yet not washed up. A share of words kept on the low. Sure, temporary warmth is worthwhile, but worth nothing. Eyes don't look back at you when you look for them, rather than in them. Good night. Do love, do not love. I'm talking to myself again, and it feels so good. Going nowhere. My mentality is stretched loose, I'll call it stupidity. The they only appear to have the dumb of. I can't read this. Oh hey! Yes, I printed it out. It was a very, very proud moment in my life. I got to meet Jeff Bickley. I went to see Thursday just by chance, and it was like childhood complete already. But then he just like walked out and was just like walking down the street. I couldn't believe it. Nobody was like, "Whoa, Jeff Bickley." So I was like, "Oh man, I gotta do it. Get a picture." I like this in the picture because I was quite I'm 5'9", which isn't even that tall. Oh, okay, these are the ones that are on the typewriter at the library. I was wondering why the font was not what I remembered. Done, sir? This is fun, sir. That's all it says on that piece of paper in the back there, but, for some reason I didn't like palm trees. Coconut palms are quite scary. So. Pretty plastic flowers. Hands-on for loss. Sweet sugar sand. Sewer pipe dream rats. The water drips from his castle sink, sinking him to rabid reclusion. Yesterday yawns fall upon your leave in the dreary dream state we're in. Anyways, this is everything. I go read it and it's just concerning some ways. I'm just not remember. I mean, they're nice looking until you start reading it and it's like, what the fuck? Mask as just okay. Should have stayed. It's about that time. For relapse of a short stint, self-deprivation and murmuring help seldom. Heavy yolk, hard-boiled. Had no reason to move that way. The ideal fallen forever. Nothing will ever change in this view. Yeah. This one is just not in English, apparently. Oh, no. My grandpa. That's my grandpa. Yeah. Cincotech LLC. Big farm. That's what I say. My grandparents were victims of big pharma, 100%. And Camp Lejeune, apparently. Yes. The world isn't out to fuck you, but it will. What the hell? Hi, in HTML now. I get lost, there will be the days of me running with the dogs. Well, what about that light I've been dying to see? A positive or negative attitude I will never discover. Something new in life. I'm talking. Okay, so I maybe don't get it. This is a horrible experience. Hearing you change my thoughts. Leave trust to your dark place and forget. Time is all the trust you'll ever need. Keep far, nowhere near, none to carry, and none to bury. Be prepared. Wait, it's just, there's writing in random places. Wait off the weight of a verdure so constant, still yet to fall. Silence kept and silence held. If I could only smile, I wouldn't. I'm telling y'all, I was a sad kid. I'm not even kidding. Unironically, I used to just sit there like this. I have a picture somewhere. I just had it. Well, as per usual, this stream is not going as planned. I didn't really have much planned other than trying to clear these desks. So, yeah, a nice scroll in here. That's the dust. Then, really, there's a lot of life out here, and every time I find a piece of it just laying around, I just throw it in there for resin. There's no picture over there. I'm just sitting there in a hoodie looking very, comically but anyway. Oh, wow. I didn't even see. Hello! Hello! Hello, Lee! I write notes. I don't know why I can't call it poetry. Well, I can't call it doesn't rhyme. And I know not all poetry rhymes, and there's many different forms. However, it's just mostly notes and random thoughts. Yeah. These are freaking very old. Well over 10 years old, right here. Which is wild. It's wild to experience time. Especially these days. Time is... I get what they mean by time is fluid, because you can't hold water and it just slips you. It's just, ooh. The music box is copyrighted. Well, anywho, hello, Lou. Yes, I popped on like a good hour or two before I actually planned one, so I haven't eaten yet, and I think that is a big part of my inability to focus right now, quite frankly. And holding my top. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat, and yes, shower soon, because it is Monday, and I really have to get just like at least a little residency, or that's clear. I really don't know, but I could use the company because it's maddening. Organizing craft supplies, it's therapeutic using them, but organizing them is a whole nother. I have tons and tons of just cups. Hey, 2 G's. I have tons and tons of cups like this that's just all the tools that I pretty much use on a daily, but I can't get to my pliers that I just look up. Yes. Can't work outside. Well, I can, but it's so windy. It is so windy. Very windy. But I shall return. And, yeah. I'm downsizing today, too, because, like, I just, I have a clear plan for the next, like, few projects I'm working on, and clutter is, it blocks creativity like a dam, and like a dam made by beavers, where like water still gets through, but you know that. Thank y'all for joining in this probably relatively strange experience, but hope you have a beautiful day, and I'm gonna be back in like an hour, so feel free to return. We're just hanging out here. Happy trails.